Meanwhile, how's the supply nightmare coming? It's not actually terrible. It's pretty terrible here. But so long as I keep this front expanding, then I think we'll be okay, because we'll have a number of places we can ship supplies in from. Meanwhile, up here, because we are able to build up the infrastructure as we advance, we're not having any, like, traumatic experiences so much. I did see that we were short on some resources, because someone is not exporting them. Like you. Have none. So we could do with some more aluminium from Yugoslavia, because it kind of looks like the Caribbean Federation is dead. And then Italy is also sending me some. Why is Italy failing? Don't know. Caribbean Federation, have you been occupied by Germany? No, the United Baltic Duchy is taking them. Canada is definitely kicking the Germans out from here, though. I honestly thought that Germany had them there. A little bit disappointed that they didn't. As much as I want the Entente still in the war. Right, so Russia has now lost 2.35 million. I've lost 133,000. Like, my losses have skyrocketed recently. Airport Authority of Siam is done. Let's go and grab the aviation authorities. So my interception is now extremely high. That tank is in serious danger of getting cut off. It is also going seriously quickly. We could get some nice cut-offs here, using those. Where's the other one? Down there. Intriguing. And how's Fentiang doing? That's the other question. 800,000 manpower, yeah. With the guns and stuff I am shipping to you, you should be in a much stronger position to actually build troops and fight back. And I am actually sorely tempted to send you some more. Oh, it's still going. Because you have no ships. As I suspected. I'll send you 100. Hopefully you can actually just take convoys, though. In fact, what I might do... Hold on, I have a better plan. I'm going to modify the Lend-Lease. I'm going to cancel all of these. Except for the convoys. So all the convoys you have are shipping in more convoys. Latvia returns to colonize Tobago like it did. That's some good knowledge. Swordnick, owned Mexico. Thank you very much for the follows. Hunt and destroy. Seek and destroy. 20% agility for close air support and air superiority plus 10%. I mean, the air superiority is good, but I don't use close air support. In fact, I've gone down the wrong branch. I should have gone down operational integrity. I really need to research these more to find out which is better and why. No, I am doing the tech. Oh, another attack finished at the same time. I don't know what it was. Probably one of these. Let's grab that. Or mechanized. We could upgrade the mechanized and start actually churning those out. Was it an aeroplane? It wasn't an aeroplane. Alright, all of you continue attacking. Yeah, we are definitely making inroads into Russia here. Is Russia still just out of manpower? Yep. Must be having political power problems. So Russia's out of manpower, but mass producing equipment. Qing is probably out of equipment, but has lots and lots of manpower. Also, my thing has changed, so I can now get extensive conscription. Yay, manpower! Huzzah! And then suddenly, all the units that I was just starting to build, these guys, are at full strength, because I have lots of stuff for them all. Because my industry is apparently redonkulous. Alright, what did we research? That was... don't know. Radar. No. Jets. Jets are what I need to start working on because it is almost 45. Meanwhile, how's the infrastructure? Glorious over here, terrible over here, I would suspect. Not terrible, actually. We are actually getting supplied. Struggling here in the middle, but that's the only real area. It's because we have so many ports, we are able to ship resources in where needed. Unlike here, where it was all kind of squished. Also, we have a lot of air power once again, and actually, speaking of air power, I can probably shift some of these around. Although we are just hitting the right areas right now. I'm actually going to change you guys to be combat support now, because we are on that border. And you guys have basically done your job. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that line. Come on. There we go. You guys... In fact, no. I'm just... Oops. I'm going to delete those. I'm going to let the Japanese deal with that backline area. I'm going to delete that one. I'm going to assign you all to that one. There we are. And your job is quite simple. Take that. No? You don't want to do that? Why don't you just do that? Go. Alright, improved infantry equipment. Let's get the night warfare stuff. I'm kind of doubting that the Russians are using tanks. Artillery, mostly infantry. Yeah, they're using a light version of what I'm using. And you know what? I would quite like to have some more of these. Let's train some more tank divisions. 10? 6. And now we're out of light tanks. But that's fine, because we are diverting more and more production, I think, to light tank production. We are. So we should be able to keep up with that demand. It shouldn't be a problem. How's the motorized doing? Motorized are also very low. So if we get any more factories, and we will be, add them to motorized. Support equipment we are just fine on. It is really just motorized. Okay, cool. In fact, I'm going to reduce the amount of planes we're producing in order to boost the motorized production. And yeah, I'm going to upgrade my fighter 3s again with more range. They are now fully upgraded. B2's very strong plane. Okay, more steel. We need American Union State. Can I have steel, please? I am buying way too much aluminium. Need more steel. I can buy it from Fentiang. I should totally do that. Help you recover your industry, I think. As Russia, who is the best leader to play as? Well, I'm always going to have a soft spot with Wrangel, because I had a really fun time playing Wrangel. How long until you guys are done? Still quite a long time. Okay. And aircraft coverage is still very, very strong. Central Asia is trying to fight back, which is unacceptable. Not very hard, though. Do we have any fighter wings that I can deploy over there? I mean, Himalayas... Yes, is the answer. I do. Also, fighter wing. You could probably be based out of that. You guys are all fine because your ranges are huge. Although actually the bombers going to Central Asia could probably be better based here. There we go. Still struggling a little bit. But now green. Good. So air coverage remains strong. Hopefully we are killing lots and lots of Russians with our air coverage. Yeah, they're just out of manpower, and they don't seem inclined at all to change it. 2.5 million losses. Qing has lost 1.2 million. I've still only lost 172 million. 1,000. 172 million would be a lot. Yeah, their combat strength is negligible at this point. Siamese Aeronautics, that is the heavy fighter. Let's continue on with the other heavy fighter, and then I think we're going to start actually producing some of those for the extra range. Although, what is the range difference between them? So you have... No, that's not what I meant. Cancel that. Shift. Nope. For Pete's sake. Just hover over. Aha. Range 1,860 versus the heavy fighter range 1,700. So actually the fighter 3 is almost as good. No, it has a longer range. I mean, upgraded, the heavy fighter will have more, but I'm going to wait until the heavy fighter 3s. And honestly, with the pace that I'm able to keep up with getting air bases and things, it's not a huge issue. How's my tank development going? Ah, we've stopped tank development. Our ideology is growing. Excellent. Keep it going. What are we at? 83, finally. We should go to very high party popularity. Just in case we need even more political power, because clearly we do. And the attacks here have slowed. I wouldn't say they've stalled, but they've certainly slowed. And the Japanese are sending a lot of people. There it is. Very high party popularity. We're now getting 1.43 political power per day while also getting a focus. Which I think is quite possibly the highest I've seen. Especially on veteran, where I'm still getting the minus 25%. I've just noticed that you are running on 2 different lines, which you really shouldn't need to do. So I'm going to go and delete that one. I'm going to expand you. And you don't have an order anymore. Yes, you do. Never mind. You're going for Beijing. You're going up that way. That's fine. Aviation industries are done, so we have production cost reduction and also some more building slots, which is awesome. Now we should probably get the jet fighter cost reduction. Wait. Expanded TIE factories with Protector of the Skies, airbase construction speed plus 25%, ace generation plus 15%, air doctrine research minus 10, and a further 5% reduction to aircraft production cost. Whoever made this just went completely bonkers on the costs. 2 Ocean Navy, research time, production cost minus 10%, naval construction yard, dockyard construction speed. Bloody hell. If Qing is out of equipment, would it be best to knock them out of the war ASAP before going into Siberia? I'm trying to do that. That's why I'm going straight for Beijing with this army. I have 2 armies here now, remember. So I can afford to split them up a little bit. Especially as the bigger, more powerful army is going that way. How are the generals doing? Well, you have a winter specialist, which is strong. You don't. You are a level 6, though. You are also a level 6. Yeah, you could do with a lot more divisions. Which army are you? You're that one. Okay. You're the one that's going to be immaculately supplied. Mongols have capitulated. I got a handful of guns. Egypt wants to send volunteers. Yeah, fair enough. Right, how's my contribution? I am out-contributing Japan throughout this entire war. Oh yeah! Ah! Winter specialist in Siberia will be useful. Yeah, I would say he probably will be useful. And Russia has almost caught Japan in the number of casualties. Siamese Aeronautics SA-72 Hatsin. Which is the strategic bomber. We still need that. No, we need tanks. Tanks are more important actually at this point. We need to grab you. Although 45, we're going to be going straight for modern tanks. So actually what I should do is switch out the Siam State Railway for the motorised equipment, because those can still apply to the mechanised. Oh, I see, that's causing issues. It's fine. Fall of Beijing. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. It was actually Fentiang troops. No, it was mine. It's just this guy going... just going for a hike. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So you guys... kind of need to change this to go from like there. There you go. Just keep the advance going. It looks like there are more and more Russian troops coming to the front, but they are completely out of supply and still out of manpower. The hell are you doing, Russia? You have all of your companies and stuff already. Why aren't you changing your manpower laws? Whatever change they made previously, which was making them go completely over the top with manpower, apparently they've gone too far. Although everyone else is doing alright. It's just the Russians haven't changed their laws for a while, I guess. And how close is Qing to capitulation at this point? Ooh, very close. That would be a big knockout. And they've actually lost a lot of troops recently. Forbidden Palace is no longer forbidden to Siam's troops. Damn right. We're allowed anywhere we want. Especially considering the state of this turnaround. Right, you guys are ready for deployment. I am going to deploy you, I am then going to train you, then I'm going to assign you. So we're going to say location set to there. 1 cycle only. Boom. And train. Train. There we go. You're not taking attrition here, are you? No, nothing extra. And we have all of the land army experience, but we are still waiting on tank models, so we can't do anything with it particularly. Although, actually, yes, we can. I am going to start the tank division upgrade, which is going to be motorized or mechanized. It's going to be motorized. We'll switch them out eventually over time for mechanized. Just going to put these back again just so the slots are kept. Motorized, 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 light. And we're just going to save that template. We're going to add you, and you, and you, and you. And we're just going to replace those light tanks with modern tanks when they become available. So we have the motorized ones, which are the light tank ones, and then we're going to have the modern ones. And we might actually phase out the light tank ones over time. That's true, I probably should do that. Right, how are the light tank production going? It's going. What are we still short on? Motorized and light tanks are what we're still short on, although the deficit is definitely shrinking. And also artillery now. So that doesn't surprise me overly, considering the amount of artillery we use. We do use a lot of artillery. And we need some more oil. Yo, Pacific States. Hit me up, would you? This certainly feels like a turning point. Beijing is well and truly secured. I can move most of these to there, considering we're not actually fighting any battles there anymore. And then you guys go to there. And then the fighters go there to there. Yeah, that's fine. Meanwhile, these are still completely locked down. Central Asia, I think we need to stop bombing their infrastructure now, honestly, guys. And go for the anti-tank stuff. That seems good. Getting more and more air coverage over this entire area. Alright, good. Modify government. I'm going to change the tank producer for one of these. What were you? You were the artillery. Yeah, the artillery one doesn't want to change. Although, actually, I'm an idiot. Once you've researched the technology, you can change these out freely. Because they are locked in. So if I wanted to upgrade my mechanized, I could get both Terang and Fort Siam, and I would get both upgrades. Because the artillery one's already locked in, because I've maxed out my artillery already. So yeah, I'm going to do the medium tank one first. Am I doing the tier 3s? I am, so that's already locked in. Just in case I don't have the resources for whatever reason. I'm going to wait until the tank is done just to make sure I'm right in that, but I'm pretty sure I am. Japan is definitely flooding out more troops, and Fentiang, can I send you some more stuff? Like, have the convoys arrived? I'm going to say they probably have. Alright, old guns. 3547. 3547. Once. 60. And that's basically all I can send you. Because I am apparently using all of the other stuff. And yeah, we're waiting on you. That's fine. This is looking a little bit shaky. I would feel much more confident if we'd taken that bit. Unfortunately... Oh, that entire line is not mine. So... You guys have actually done the right thing in not pursuing that. That's all Japanese at this point. Experimental rockets, good. That's the first step towards jet engines. And then you. All of you should be assigned to this. Go. Don't really understand why you weren't. And not all of you are assigned to this either. What the hell? Make it happen. Come on, guys. You can do this. I have faith in you. I was going to say, this is suspiciously Qing-centric military right now. Have you changed? Nope. Have you got any? Ooh, you're actually running out. Right, because we're taking the really high population areas up here, giving them to Fentiang, whose population's probably going through the roof. Yeah, it is. Fentiang might actually need to downgrade. But I'm not actually averse to just throwing equipment at Fentiang and seeing what sticks. Himalayas need aircraft. That can be arranged. You guys got that air superiority. Go. Our bombers disrupted 17,000. Enemy bombers disrupted 4,900. Enemy troops bombed 450. I mean, they are trying to send planes here every now and then. It kind of flickers a little bit. Here's their air force. How's Russia getting an air force all over a sudden? Or is this Qing? You still have no manpower. Afghanistan's considered a major power. I didn't even know I was at war with Afghanistan. Huh. Okay. Alright, now we're pushing into China pretty rapidly. I think it was just because I didn't have all of my troops assigned. They were kind of going... right. I think I want the jungle warfare. So I can get any jungle bonuses for fighting in jungle stuff. Sounds like it would be useful to me. And I'm out of tea. Curses. Alright, unit combat. Combat unit destruction. Excellent. That is more air superiority. Marvellous. Air superiority even more. Tactical bomber, strategic bombing, which I'm not really doing very much. Or ground support. Both would be useful. I'm going to go with the air superiority though. Now, question. Does that air superiority bonus just give me a blanket air superiority bonus against... Oh, that's me. Air superiority penalty. What is it costing them? Enemy air superiority minus 19%. Because I remember that number being pretty huge when I was playing with Conquering History. But I honestly don't understand very much about the air superiority system, so I could be wrong. And once again, you have a different line. Well, there are some of you not assigned to this attack. Right, I'm going to just go ahead and cancel that. I'm going to say your line currently is just that. And your objective is that. Go. Because I'm going to guess once Zheng Sao has fallen, then we win. Because Qing is on the verge of capitulation. Right, free civilian factories. We have a lot of free civilian factories. At this point, I'd actually kind of like to build some dockyards. So we're going to do that with my coast. And then, on the bits that are not on the coast, factories. Why can't you do that? You can. I was pressing the wrong button. Aha! And also infrastructure here and here. Those are more important. And we've almost made a connection here. Oh, that land's going to me. Nice. Oh, I like it. Another ace pilot. Good stuff. And tank stuff still going. Yeah, like their fighting strength right now is just... It's not there. They've disappeared. The enemy have left the field. We're on the outskirts of Zheng Sao. Am I on aggressive for everyone? Yeah, of course I am. Are you guys done training? No, almost. Almost, but not quite. Oh, wow. I look away for a minute and suddenly Germany is Canada. And the AUS took Alaska back. Congratulations to them. I'm still kind of surprised that the Pacific states are alive. And Canada still controls Toronto, of course. Right, so I have some air upgrades. We are still fighting there. We are still fighting there. Korea's aircraft could probably move on. I think we're alright. Isn't half the world German at this point? Yeah, actually that's something I should probably do, is have a look at the factions map mode. So the Sino-Japanese one, no sorry, the Sino-Russian alliance is that plus the remnants of Qing and Afghanistan. So it's Russia. Germany is like the whole of Europe minus the Austrian bit and most of Africa minus South Africa, which fights on bravely. The Entente is South Africa at this point. Oh, and Australasia, can't forget those. And then Mittel Europa is, yeah, India, Europe, Britain, which is obviously part of Europe because... And the Axis in the Middle East. I mean, the next big showdown would probably be between us and Germany. I don't know if I want to grind it out for so long, though. This isn't quite as intriguing as the Portugal late game. This is just kind of... I'm going to throw lots and lots of troops that way. Draw lines on the map. How many troops does Canada have? Probably not many. There goes Qing. They've got 11 divisions. Germany has got 400 divisions. Russia has got 350-ish. I've got 72. Japan's got 117. Fentiang's got 21. I mean, the fall of Russia is only a matter of time. It's just going to take us a while to get all the way across. In a showdown between us and Germany, we would ultimately win. Probably. Just because I'm playing. I don't mean to sound... That's not supposed to be egocentric. It's just because a player generally trumps the AI in this. The AI just makes mistakes. Also, what manpower law are they on? They're on extensive. I'm on extensive. I mean, I would simply just out-manpower them. Especially with the whole of China on my side. Unfortunately, Fentiang's not my puppet, otherwise I could use their manpower far better than Fentiang actually will. But what I can do is feed resources to Fentiang and then use Fentiang's armies to actually do the bludgeoning. And use my own as kind of surgical strikes. So I know I said I was going to finish at 11. I'm going to wait until these guys are fully trained. Assign them to the various armies so I know exactly where they're positioned, and then I'll probably end. Would you like to see this continue, or would you rather I did a new series as like Switzerland? Switzerland probably would be the next one I do. Just because this is getting a little grindy. Like I said, lines on the map. How are you guys doing? Almost. New game. Fighters doing that, tacticals doing that. Yeah, we're overcoming the deficits. It's fine. And thankfully Japan's taking up a fair amount of the slack up there. Do I have guns that I can send to Fentiang? In the meantime. Start Lend-Lease, guns. Not many. Not many at all. I could send you like the old planes. Except then you would put them in my air bases, which is just annoying. New game is New Zealand. They don't have a focus tree. I only play nations with focuses. I mean, this is the I really want to play as Qing or AOG, but they don't have focuses, so I can't. I would like to see the Swiss one now! Not now. I will be doing the Mamelukes after this, probably. I'm still a little ambivalent about whether I should. I mean, my eyes seem to have recovered, but my voice is definitely going. But it's a preview. No, I'm going to continue with the Mamelukes. So at midnight, I will continue again with the Mamelukes. The hour off will do me good. So in fact, if this is going to be the end of this series anyway, then I'm not going to bother waiting for those troops to finish. I'm just going to end. So next time will be Switzerland. That will be next weekend, because I want to continue with my Somalia game tomorrow. So thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, hit that follow button so you get notifications when I am live in the future. If you've really enjoyed this, then do consider subscribing. It really does tremendously help the channel out and lets me continue doing this type of thing. Helping me out on Patreon is also very much appreciated. And actually, if you're choosing between subscribing on Twitch or Patreon, Patreon is the better option, simply because I get a better slice of the pie for doing that. So you can check out Patreon here. I do have a Discord, which Neon has slightly jumped the boat. So there's your Discord. That is where the Mordred Viking community hangs out. They're a cool bunch. They know a lot about games. And it's also where I do all of my announcements about what I'm streaming, when I'm streaming, that type of thing. That goes there as well. I also have a YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/MordredViking, which is linked there. I will be uploading this up to there. It's also where a lot of strategy games go. And if you miss on any Twitch streams, you can either catch up on the archive here on Twitch or go to YouTube, where I upload most of it. Not everything, like some of the Total War stuff I don't, just because it doesn't do very well there, but it does really well on Twitch. It's kind of annoying. Otherwise, I will see you guys in an hour. Yes, I will be streaming again. I'm going to be doing the Mamelukes with EU for Cradle of Civilization, which is the DLC, which has not yet released yet. I have a preview copy, thanks to the good graces of Paradox. So come join me again in an hour, midnight, Greenwich Mean Time. And we will continue with the Mamelukes. If you have any questions about what's new in the upcoming expansion, if you want to see any of the stuff for yourself, just let me know there. That's the perfect place to do it. So thank you, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.